First of all, congratulations to BC. I thought they overall they outplayed us, and for an ACC football game, we just didn't play well enough. On offense, there was plays out there to be made that we didn't make. We continue to have red zone struggles. 3 times down there, we ended up kicking field goals, and we went for it on the 4th and 1 and didn't get it. And every time you don't score a touchdown down there, there's just points you're leaving on the board. And defensively, right now, we're not playing well in the secondary. I mean, every touchdown they scored was an explosive. A 45-yard run, a 27-yard pass, a 35-yard pass, 29-yard pass, 71, 40. It's just all explosives. I mean, they had 69 plays for 524 yards, and we gave up, 5 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns on explosive plays. And, it happened at Tulane that we gave up the 2 long plays. And now that we're in ACC play and going against the caliber of players we're going to see, our eyes aren't in the right place. We just look undisciplined back there, and it's a problem that we have to get fixed because we're 3 weeks into it, and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And that's on me. I've got to get more involved, and it's just really, it's disappointing. So that's the story of the game, that we lost the turnover battle, we didn't score in the red zone, and they made a lot of explosive plays.
Dave, in the secondary, what was done during the week that didn't translate tonight?
Well, I mean, BC challenges you with all the different formations and all the different play actions, and you've got to be really disciplined and have your eyes in the right place. And and at the one long 79-yard touchdown, we didn't have our eyes in the right place. The 27-yard pass, we bit on not even a good double move. It was just a little out post, and we just jumped on the out, and it wasn't even a good out route. The other play was another out and up on a safety, and we're guys make these little out moves, and we're jumping, and we're looking back, and we're not keeping our eyes on our man, and it happens over and over and over, and it's frustrating. It's a very fundamental technique and skill that we're not getting corrected, and this has been a 2-year problem. So,
Coach, you get a block punt for a touchdown, they muscle punt as well, leads to the score. With those things breaking your way, do you feel like you let a game get away today?
I don't know if we let a game get away. I mean, I never felt like the game was under control. I don't feel like we outplayed them. I think those plays allowed us to stay in a game. Those plays allowed us to stay in a game that in some ways we didn't deserve to be in. When you turn the ball, again, we lose the turnover battle. The second pick leads to a touchdown. And just our inability, and we weren't bad on 3rd down today. We were 17 of 22, but just all the explosive plays we give up, and every time they drop back and throw the ball, there's guys running wide open right down the field, and we got to get it fixed. And it's again just very frustrating.
Coach, knowing how you think, I have to imagine you've already got some action steps in mind. How do you fix the problems in the secondary in the course of 9 days before Notre Dame comes down?
Yeah, I mean, the job's got to be competitive. If guys aren't doing what we're asking them to do, that we got to let other people compete for it. And even if that means taking red shirts off and playing those guys, because the way we're playing in the back end right now is not okay. It's just we got to get it fixed. It's not okay, and we've got older guys back there. I think Sang Bassey's playing well. That's the one guy that I think is playing well, and we're just giving up plays. We're missing tackles, and our eyes aren't in the right place. And it's as simple as that, Les. We're playing really poorly back there right now.
The guys capable? They're capable of doing that.
I believe they're capable of it, but they're not getting it done. And that's on us as coaches. If a player's capable and they're not doing it, then we've got to, we've got to make them better, or we've got to make the position better by putting someone else in there. So it's, this one eats at you.
2 turnovers by Sam in each game. At what point does that become boiling over and frustrating?
Well, I mean, anytime you turn it over, now he didn't turn it over in the second half, and you throw he's going to make freshman mistakes. It's going to happen. We just got to avoid the real bad ones. The first pick, the second one was a bad one. That was a hitch thrown into a squat corner. And there's kind of, again, you throw the ball 45 times, you play 105 plays, you're going to turn it over once. We got to avoid the bad ones. And again, the second one was a bad one, and I'd say he's had one bad one a game.
On the opposite side of the spectrum there, isn't this a game that Sam is probably going to learn a lot from, especially as he studies the tape over the next few days?
You hope so. Yeah, I mean, I think every time he plays, he learns a lot, and the learning curve is high. It's a burden. It's going to be hard with a freshman quarterback to say you're going to win games scoring 50 points. And, just, again, the takeaway from this game is we gave up 6 explosive touchdowns. And that's the one that'll keep me up tonight and all weekend. And, it's just, we're better than that. And right now we're not getting it done.
Thoughts on the crowd? A hurricane on the way. It seemed like the students showed up.
No, very, very grateful and thankful for our students to show up, and considering everything going on with the weather, just to have the crowd we did and their energy and stuff, we really appreciate it. And we just keep everybody in our prayers and safe travels home, and hopefully, we all get through the next few days and everybody stays safe. But to come out tonight and support us the way they did we really appreciate it, and I'm sorry we didn't play better.